Last time on Island ADV.
So we spent pretty much half of our day busting trail. So now we're taking a chill, having a little bit of asphalt appreciation. This is a shaky wild camp. Oh, dirt bikes 2 times. Early impressions.
That's gorgeous.
So we both slept really good last night, which was kind of nice and unexpected for this place, really. It is a bit more of a wilder camp. It's not the wildest we've ever seen, like I mentioned, but you know, it's still really good. It was funny last night though. We did have somebody show up, which was funny itself. There's a guy and someone else on their 4-wheeler come up through the trail there off to that side. And then of all things, the 4-wheeler stops and we hear this other engine going. And we're like, what's going on? And we can hear them talking. And they are, you know, allegedly, you know, consuming alcohol. Allegedly. I can't tell you 100%, but you know what? You know, when you know, you know. So hear this other engine. And then I hear moving around in the river right down there. Turns out they get in a boat and they start heading up the river. And this is like 10 p.m. which is like not too crazy, but you know, for the place that we're at, it's kind of wild. Then I'm sleeping in the tent and I'm getting a good sleep, but then I wake up because I hear the engine again. And sure enough, at 3 in the morning, there's that boat. But it's heading away again too, so like it's moving away from camp. So I think what they did is they dropped somebody off, picked up the 4-wheeler, and then they headed out. And I'm like, oh my God, if I knew there was a river taxi, I think we would have probably, you know, made a reservation or something. Anyway, I'm just gonna have some coffee here. I'm pretty much packed up for the most part right now. But as soon as we do get packed up and get rolling, we gotta get right back onto the mission and get down to Shag Harbour. And then from Shag Harbour, it's gonna be a pretty lax day because, you know, we don't have too much on the books for plans anymore after that. So I think it's just going to be see a trail, enjoy a trail, see a site, enjoy the site kind of ride. And tonight's camp will be in Graves Island National Park. So until we hit the road, I'll see you then. Oh, it's strong coffee this morning. Shame to see so much garbage kicking around this place, but as far as what we brought in, we've definitely taken back out. Junk hauler here. We're just letting the bikes warm up a little bit, but then we're going to kick off up the road there and work our way back out towards Barrington and Barrington Passage, and then on to Shag Harbour. Set for some morning trail PT?
Yeah, man.
That's per tradition. It's a little slick on the right there. Let's see where I slopped around.
I see that. should be able to.
Partly because we just get up and get moving so early.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So Island Riders, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to head back on down towards Barrington Passage and then further along the coast to Shag Harbour. I'll pick you up here and there along the way and we'll check in with you when we actually get to the final objective. You know, I always thought UFOs as a kid were the coolest things. I'd watch Unsolved Mysteries all the time, and I would like, every time that show would come on, I would like just pray that it would be about UFOs. I loved it. They freaked me right out. And I couldn't imagine like how freaked out the people here must have been when, you know, they saw those lights come out of the sky and then dive deep into the water and then just mysteriously disappear and leave absolutely no trace. It's just crazy. For a town like this, and you know, it doesn't look like much, but it's got a lot to it. A lot of stuff that we've been seeing a lot on this adventure, and a lot of stuff that we've been seeing all season long. Community is what it has, and it's got a special breed of community too, I think. And that is the real interesting part about this UFO incident. I think whenever you put something like that into a place like this, surrounded by people that live here, you have an extra X factor that a lot of other places don't really have when it comes to those situations. So you see these UFO incidents, you see these paranormal incidents just kind of get, you know, given the same old treatment. But here, people would have seen way more. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if there wasn't somebody in this community that had a little bit more information or a little bit more of something about this. And if I stayed here long enough and bugged enough people, I could probably find that person. But you know what? That's about as deep into the mission I want to go. You know, I draw the line at, you know, bugging people's lives about stuff like this. It's kind of why I come here, you know, a little bit earlier in the morning, just to kind of absorb it myself. But it is a beautiful place on its own. And for me, just coming out all this way and just tracking through this whole beautiful South Shore and up through the amazing Annapolis Valley was just made it all worthwhile. It's just incredible. I'm so glad I have the opportunity to do this kind of stuff in my life. So that is it right there. That is the main mission for the trip. So what's in store for us now? Well, that was pretty much it. Now it's just to have a bunch of fun on the South Shore. You know, there's rail bed trail left for us to tackle. There's beautiful communities that still dart along, and we still have a couple more objectives on this trip. Well, number one, we got to get home. Number two, I still got to finish off my little cooking goal, camp cooking goal. So we'll see about that tonight as we move into Graves Island Campground. But for now, I think what we're going to do right away is we're going to go find a bite to eat, and then we're going to see what we can pick up for Railbed Trail, have a little fun there, and then maybe we'll go and explore some of the communities around this area and leading up into the Chester Basin. And when that time comes, I'll pick you right up and bring you along for the Adventure Island Riders. Until then, I'll see you out on the road.